House Magic Writer by Dr. Gabba. Welcome to episode 4 of our radio series. I'm Laura, and I'm going to share my favorite Zara house music. Now, let's maximize the Zara vibe with a remix of Eden Goodbye, Mr. Maggie. Mix that was. Up next is a song for all of you that named Cody. This is Datsko and Itani with Cody Was a Tank.
I see a thing that I touch, tell me about talking stage, gotta tell her don't force it. Beef man, pepper and salt, it, me and RJ gotta put up no talking trap. You ain't got a right to your name, my bro, Brick Lane, we don't know about Shoreditch. Rent one, never insured it, M25, gotta whip that calmly. Man try beef my dog, he war zone ting, how I come for a party. My little nigga can't lose that cash, I drop YGs, do it like Kalani. I don't rock Gucci or Armani, ST from ST, I can't squash that beef like fruit and barley. Still got a one black star like Kwame. See a man try beef my dog, he war zone ting, how I come for a party. My little nigga can't lose that cash, I drop YGs, do it like Kalani. I don't rock Gucci or Armani, ST from ST, I can't squash that
That is for Cody Was a Tank. Now we got a request from my boy V2NA Music. So this is something minimal by...
Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest of 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 speed.
Well, it's been a month. We're finally back, and I can say it once again. Welcome back to Contest of Speed. I'm your host, Electric Entree. Joined in the booth with the newcomer, Rob's boy, here for Season 16, doing AM1 co-coms. Rob, welcome to the booth. How are you doing tonight?
Well, for some reason here in Michigan, it got so cold.
It's cold in Michigan, but on track. Got it nice and warm. We're here in Australia, live from Melbourne, for the Australian Grand Prix, round 1 of the AM1 Championships. And we've got some cars already out on track setting laps. We got 13 and a half minutes left in the qualifying session. Mindset, last year's Drivers' Championship winner, last year's Constructors' Championship winner. On top of the scoreboard right now, pole position, 1:15.9. Hux F1, his main rival from last season's championship, taking the pole away as soon as I say it, a 1:15.6. Plenty of time left for these two to battle it out in the qualifying round. But we already have a battle heating up in the first round of the AM1 Championship. Got some new faces here tonight as well. Impulse, a new driver. We've got some guys moving up from AM2. We've seen some AM1 guys get bumped back down to AM2 as well. A little bit of shuffling of the tiers in the off season. So gonna have some new faces, some old faces, some old battles. Like we said, Pucks and Mindset carrying it over tonight into this new season, and they're already going at it. And I'm excited to see what these guys have in store for us tonight. Rob, anything you're looking forward to this season as we get this kicked off?
Well, not at the moment, no.
Not at the moment. Rob says he's taking it as it comes, and that's all right too. So, like we said, we've had most of the grid has put out a lap already. Jay Supreme and looks like Vaibi, both on out laps currently. So we'll jump down Jay Supreme in the Red Bull this season as he makes his way around. He's on his out lap now, and just started his out lap actually. Looks like Orlando up into AM1 this season. One of our AM2 promotions. He's 26 seconds through Sector 1, coming into Sector 2, and we'll ride along here with Orlando, kind of get a lay of the land here on the track. Lots of long DRS sections here in Australia. He's in one now, 199 mile an hour into the corner, and he'll open up that wing again through here, coming into Sector 3. Orlando very fast last season in AM2. Many were happy to see him bumped up to AM1 for season 16. They thought he could definitely handle himself here, so we're going to see how he does. But he did reserve quite a few times in AM1, and was still battling it out. Did pretty well for himself, so I have no doubt he'll do fine this season. As he crosses the line now with a 1:17.3, that puts him into P14 for that V carb. Slowest of the times that have been set, but like we said, Jay Supreme on an outlap earlier. We'll jump back to him now as he comes around through Sector 1. We got that Red Bull cooking. Jay Supreme, Vaibi, Impulse, the last three drivers to set a lap time in the session. 10 and a half minutes left. Oh, Hello, Rob. Back in here now.
Hi.
I didn't know you were gone. All right, so J Supreme through Sector 2, 32 seconds on the clock, and going up. Going around the V-carb now, letting him by as he comes through this DRS zone, wing open. The Red Bull is cooking. J Supreme had some good finishes last season as well. Had a podium or two. We had him on the post-race podcast, the interview segment. I'm sure he's looking to get back on the podium here tonight. Get this season started off right. This will be our last season in this game cycle. The last season in Contest of Speed for F1 24. And we've seen a lot of great on-track action over the seasons in AM1. Season 16 will be no different. J Supreme coming across the line now. He's going to have a 1:16.9. P15 now. Edging out Orlando. And that leaves Impulse on his outlap now. He'll be the last driver to set a time. Puck's in the pit. Mindset on a lap now. He's invalidated. Does he go to the pits? Or will he start it again? He's getting loose. Maybe try to put a little heat in the tires there. And he's going to dive in the pits. Current standings there on the left. You can see Puck's F1. Pole position. 1:15.6. 3/10 behind Mindset in P2. Then you've got the Alpine Skirt. Pablo plays up P4 in that McLaren. In the McLaren this season, he was a little sad that Puck's edged him out for the Mercedes. He's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder, so he's gonna be looking for Puck's on track. Kryptonic Swaying rounds out the top 5 there in the Ferrari. Kryptonic and Stubbly, we saw them do pretty good work last season as well. Currently sitting P6 and P12 respectively. As the DB to Best puts in a lap, brings the McLarens together in 4 and 5. Just less than 3 hundredths of a second off of his teammate there. 1:16.3s for both of them. Great work by the McLarens. So DB has set a time. Pablo has set a time. Kryptonic Swaying. He's up on his time now, just barely. He's got a 1:16.38. It won't take much improvement on his lap to move up a spot. As Lee the Follower comes in, splits the McLarens into, he's now in P5, 1:16.351. Kryptonic Swaying, though, on that 1:16.38, won't take much to improve his time. Or improve his standing in the qualifying order. Just barely keeping it on track there. Very close to validating there in Sector 3. Managed to hang on to it. He's on a heater. 106 coming into the last corner. 109. 110 on the exit. And here he goes. The DRS is on. The wing is open. 1:16.2. Shaves a tenth and a half off his time. That moves him up to P5 now with a 1:16.238. Cost Bets is open, by the way. We got a prediction going for number of constructors in the top 5 in the qualifying order. Currently now, we're just looking at 5 different constructors in the top 5. But as we've seen so far, it's a very fluid situation. We've got just under 7 minutes left in the qualifying session. Plenty of time to get those predictions in. Plenty of time for the order to be shaken up. A lot of drivers on track now. Let's see. Are you watching anybody now, Rob, or are you still in here?
Yeah, I'm watching Pablo go around. He doesn't have his ERS on, though.
Pablo, he's out. Maybe doing a warm-up lap here. Not using the ERS. We can take a look here. Let's see. Look at the car info. Yeah, he's going to jump in the pits.
He's there going to the pit.
Pablo into the pits. Let's see here, P11 Vaivi, one of our new drivers this season. Starting off a hot lap, it looks like. Let me check though. Let's see what's his. Yeah, brand new tires. So he's starting a hot lap here. He's currently sitting P11 with a 1:16.5. And these look at these, Rob. I don't know if you see these qualifying times, but I mean it's a very tight grid here.
Oh yeah, it is.
You know, Pucks and Mindset, they've got a 3/10 split between them, but from Mindset down, I mean it's 15-9, 15-9, 16-1. I mean it's not a lot of gap between these drivers. This is looking to be a very balanced AM1 grid. And very balanced grid. I think we're in for some excellent racing tonight. Maybe now into Sector 3. The final section. He's coming through a penultimate corner now. 105 through the corner. Into the last one. Putting the power down. 110. He's probably on for a high 116, low 117. Let's see. Crossing the line. 16.599. Actually slower than his previous time. He's going to hang on to that P12 with a 116.5. And, you know, P12 doesn't sound like much, but, I mean, these guys, they're putting down great laps. The field's so tight. It doesn't take much to get bumped down or to move up when there's not a lot of space between these drivers like we're seeing right now. So everybody...
Also, Silent jumped up from, I believe, P11 up to P4 with a 116.0.
Yeah, Silent Apex here. Up into P4. Good catch on that one. 116.0. Slotting right in between Skirt and some good salt. So the rookie driver, P3, some good salt, our veteran, P5, Silent Apex, another veteran, slotting right in between them there, putting the Red Bull in. We've still got 5 different constructors in the top 5. No, sorry, we have 4 in the top 5. 2 Mercedes. Pucks and good salt bookending that top 5. Mindset in the Williams, Skirt in the Alpine. Silent Apex in that Red Bull. Both the McLarens falling out of the top 5. They were 4 and 5 a short while ago. 3:45 left in the session. Both McLarens are out. Both Haas, or the only Haas is out. Both Kicks out of the top 5. Both Aston Martins out of the top 5. We've got a V-car, P17 Orlando. He's in the pit, getting ready. I'm saying he's probably going to go for one here at the very end. We'll jump down here to Cam Tizzle. He's invalidated, but he's crossing the line. Looks like he's going to start another hot lap here. See how he does. Cam's in that Aston Martin currently with a 116.64. He improves by 31 hundredths of a second. That'll move him up above Metakestrel. And he's got plenty of opportunity. We've seen Cam last season, great pace. He can definitely compete with these guys. Don't let the P14 that he's currently sitting at fool you. He does have pace. Already down almost a quarter of a second through Sector 1. Coming in the DRS zone now. And we'll jump on board. Get our little Halo telemetry going here. Knocking on the door at 200 miles an hour through this straight. 199, 200 just before hitting the brakes to make that turn in. Good line through there. Hits the DRS again. And Chuck Tuckerich joined the session with 2.5 minutes left in the session. He hurries. He has time to set a lap before the end of the session. Spoke to Chubb in the offseason, and he did say that he was looking to he was kind of disappointed with his performance the last couple of seasons here in Contest of Speed. Here comes Cam over the line now, coming to the line, 115, 116.4, 2/10 down, and that's going to move him up to P11 from P14. So he's jumped Metakestrel, Vaibi, and Impulse, putting that Aston Martin just outside the top 10 to start the race. But I was saying, Chubb spoke to him in the offseason. Said he was kind of disappointed in his past couple of seasons' performances here in Contest of Speed, and he was going to try and grind it out and have a little better showing for our last season here in AM1. So I'll be excited to see how he does tonight. We've seen him have, some good finishes before, and then we've seen him have some atrocious finishes, very up and down. He said he was looking to work on the consistency, looking to work on improving his performance. So we'll see if that was just a story or if that's the truth here. 117 left in the qualifying, so we'll be under green flag conditions probably within the next, I would say, 5 to 7 minutes, if not sooner. Pablo plays out on track now, and he just set a 115.8. That moves him up to P2, overtaking Mindset by over a tenth, just over a tenth. But Mindset's on an outlap. Pucks is on an outlap. See, here's Pucks. Where is Mindset? So Pucks will start his lap first. You see Mindset weaving, putting some heat in the tires. He's got those tires up to temp. He's looking to get that pole position for Pucks. who has just started his hot lap. We see here on the right, fastest lap in sectors. Puck's obviously with the pole position. He's got that 15.6. Silent Apex fastest through Sector 1. Puck's fastest through Sector 2. Skirt fastest through Sector 3. With Pablo taking that 15.8, putting himself into P2, that's dropped Skirt out of the top 3. And we're back to 5 separate constructors in the top 5. Pablo retiring from the session. He's got that P2. He said that was good enough for him. We'll see if it stands.
Silent Apex just jumped up from P5 to P3 as well with a 1:15.8.
Right as the flag drops, Silent Apex jumping up to P3. Orlando retiring from the session. He'll start the race P17. Pucks and Mindset still on out laps. Let's see. Good Salt on a lap as
Puck
well.
did not improve his time.
Good Salt down through sector 2. He's into Sector 3. He's going to cross the line. He's going to jump up to P4 in that Mercedes. 1:15.8 for some Good Salt. Meanwhile, Mindset setting fastest lap of the session. 1:15.5. Just edging out Pucks there with the 1:15.6. That's qualifying over for both of them. Mindset will have the pole, but we still have Metakestrel out on track. Let's jump down to him, and that kicks Sauber, and he's going to jump in the pits. So that's going to be our qualifying session here. Mindset takes pole here in Australia to kick off Season 16 of the AM1 Championship. All right, everybody's in. We'll, I think we're waiting on a couple cars, AI cars, to come into the pits. Yeah, Metakestrel and Vaibi to get into the pits. And then we'll have our qualifying order set, but we can kind of go through it now. Mindset P1. Pucks F1 in the Mercedes P2. Pablo plays P3 and retired early, but he managed to hang on to that top 3 spot. Silent Apex will start next to Pablo in P4. All right. Here we go. Here's your order for the race. Like we said, Mindset, Pucks, Pablo, Silent Apex, some Good Salt. In the second Mercedes, P5. We've got 2 Mercedes in the top 5. That's 4 constructors total in our top 5. From 5, Skirt in P6 in the Alpine. Impulse, Lead the Follower, Kryptonic Swing, Mel Carton, P10. Stubbly, DB the Best, Cam Tizzle, Metakestrel, Vaibi P15, J Supreme, Orlando, rounding it out P17. And I think Chubb's joined. I don't know if he was able to get in or not. If he does get in, that'll put him in P18. And so while we wait for these guys to get their setups loaded up and get their race strategy set, we're going to kick it over to our Season 16 trailer once more, and then we'll join you right back here on Contest to Speed. Hang tight. Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest of 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 speed.
And we are live, back with you. Drivers still getting their strategy set. Here in Australia, live from Melbourne. We've got another prediction up. We're doing over under DNFs. First race of the season. Always some gotta shake the rust off a little bit. It's only been a month, but you'd be surprised what can happen in a month when you're not running every week. So guys getting their setups in. Rob, what anything you're looking for in this race? Any keys to the race or performances you're looking to see from certain drivers for tonight?
I just can't wait to see the battle between Pucks and Mindset continue from last season.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great battle last season. Carrying it in, starting early this season. It's definitely going to be one to watch. That's a good point. Yeah, absolutely. Cannot wait for that. Also, Mindset and Pucks is going to be huge. I'd like to see Pablo. He always says he's going to get cooked, and he usually does pretty well. I'd like to see how Pablo does this race. Excited to see his performance tonight as well. Pablo, like to see Stubley do well. He's always fun to have on into the post-race interviews. And here we go. They're lined up. We've got 5 red lights, and we are off in Melbourne for the Contest of Speed AM1 Championship. Mindset gets the whole shot, leading Pucks there through turn 1. We see there Mindset, better reaction than Pucks off the green light. Great reaction time for Mindset there. We got Mindset, Pucks, Pablo, Silent Apex, Good Salt. Top 5 stays pretty much the same through Sector 1. Looking down here, it looks like Stubley right on the back of one of our kick drivers. But he's losing time. He was a 10th behind. These guys have already kind of stayed pretty spread out. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, so this is we're watching Chubb here in this Williams. Our player in the kick car, that will be Impulse. Mindset leads him around. Lap 1 is complete. All right, we're checking the rust off in the comms booth as well. We're trying to get into it. I've also forgot Rob accidentally loaded into a car. He had been kicked from the session earlier. He rejoined. Forgot to say he was spectating. So Rob retires to the pits not to mess anybody's race up. Mindset still leading the field. Pucks right behind him. We've got a little bit of a train going on here. Everybody within DRS, all the way from 1 to 17th. DB the best lagging behind. I'm not sure if he has some damage. Let's see. Looks like he's got both end plates. He's got his front wing. I think he may have spun or something. Mindset getting passed up though. Pucks taking the lead with the help of the DRS. Coming into Sector 3 now. And Pucks will continue to have the DRS. Mindset without. Luckily, it's a short DRS zone. That allows Pucks to build up a little bit of a gap now. And he'll have the lead for lap 2. Go around lap 3 of 29. DB DeBest still losing time the whole time. Of course, everybody in the field just about has DRS. So maybe that's where he's losing his time. He's sitting right around the 7-second mark behind Chubb there in P17. Pucks leading the field now. It's Pucks, Mindset, Pablo, Silent Apex, Good Salt, your top 5. Skirt still P6 there. Lead the followers 7, Kryptonic Swang 8th. We got Impulse at 9th in the Kick Sauber. Listed as player. Melkart in P10 in the Haas. Not much battling, it seems, at this point. Everybody's just kind of falling in line here. We've got looks like Chubb is down. DB has gotten past him.
Mindset just went around the outside of Pucks, though, right before the chicane. Got in P1. He's to have the DRS, though, to get that gap on Puck.
Mindset giving a little wiggle there. I think he's trying to tell Pucks they need to work together and make a little gap here. We've seen Mindset do this before. We've seen Mindset and Pucks work together before. Before their championship battle heated up last season, we saw him kind of give the wiggle, and they'd kind of swap the DRS, try to break away from the rest of the field. So early on, trying to get some cross-team cooperation going. Good call on that, by the way, Rob. Good catch. Oh, we've got a new fastest lap. Impulse in the kick down there at P9. Fastest lap of the session so far. We see this. Looks like the Red Bull here. Silent Apex, Pablo kind of battling it out. Looked like they were wheel to wheel for a second, but Pablo's going to... Pablo is going to keep that P3 for the time being. Good Salt right there with him, though. Silent Apex. Not much gap between any of these drivers. Chubb Tucker retiring from the race in the pits already. Lap 4. So I was told that he was gonna try to do better this season, have a little bit better finish. We're not off to a very hot start here, but that's okay. A lot of season left. It's the first race. Puck's back in the lead now. But Pablo and Good Salt and Silent Apex, they're hanging right in there. And we're starting to see a little bit of gap created now. Ooh, look at that. Apex going right up behind Salt. Looked like they almost made contact there. Squirt flirting right there with the 1 second gap to Silent Apex. You know, just barely hanging on to that DRS, but that gap seems to be growing here. I think he's going to have it reeled in just enough to catch the DRS here in Sector 2. Yeah, he's back up 3/10 behind. He's in a good position, but lead the follower now, falling out of DRS just barely behind Skirt. And it's going to be kind of a toss-up to see whether or not he gets it coming through here now. But look at this, Kryptonic Swing going to the inside with the help of the DRS. Lead the follower does not have it, and Kryptonic's going to get the pass done. And so is Inception. Lead the follower dropping 2 positions there at the start of the DRS zone. And Mail Carton and Stubbly coming in behind. They're looking to take advantage too. Lead the follower still has lots of pressure from behind for him and another DRS zone, but he will have the help of DRS to defend this time.
Some Good Salt just overtook Pablo for that podium position. Mindset and overtook right before the chicane as well for P1.
Okay, so we got a bit of a shuffle here in the top 3. Mindset going back to P1 over Pucks. Pablo losing out to Good Salt there. Pablo down to P4. Top 5 now with Mindset, Pucks, Good Salt, Pablo, Silent Apex. Skirt still in the running though. Silent Apex looking like he's going to try and make a move on Pablo here. Pablo going to the inside. But it looks like Silent Apex got the wheel ahead and he's going to get around here. Silent Apex knocking Pablo down another spot. And he can't even take a breather yet because Skirt is hot on his tail. He's got that Alpine right up with the rear diffuser of Pablo's McLaren. Let's see what happens here. The wings are open. Squirt looking for the slipstream. Not enough speed to quite do it. But he is going to hang right in there. Oh, an Impulse going for the move now. And that kick going to the inside of Kryptonic Swang. He's going to take that P7. And look at this. We've got the the Aston Martin of Lead the Follower bouncing around back there, looking to get a wing in somewhere. Can't quite do it, but he's splitting the Ferraris. Kryptonic Swang and Stubbly. P8, P9. Oh no, we've got a yellow. Is that a yellow flag? Yes. Not a safety car. Lead the Follower.
Yes.
Getting spun there. I think perhaps
Curtin has the first 3-second time penalty of the AM1 season.
Who was that?
Skirt, P5.
Oh, Skirt and P5. First 3-second penalty of the AM1 Championship, Season 16. First 3 seconds goes to the Alpine of Skirt. Up there, P5. That's going to hurt there at the end, as tight as this field is, and as tight as this field stayed through 7 laps. 3 seconds is going to be huge if these cars don't start to spread out. So lead the follower. Jump back down. Let's look at his car real quick. See what he's got going. Front wing damage. DB DeBest coming around. He's going to get by. Lead the follower going to have to go to the pits, change that wing out. But no safety car for that incident there. And let's see. I should have that on replay. Let's jump to the replay. See if we can see what happened there. You see this gaggle. We've got the kick. We've got the Ferraris. Yeah, I don't even think. Didn't look like there was any contact. Looked like Lee the follower just coming around, just trying to jump on the power a little too soon, a little too hard, trying to stay competitive here. Yeah, there was no contact. He just spun straight into that wall on his own. Unfortunate for the Aston Martin driver. Also, art imitating real life. We're kicking off the AM1 Season 16 here now. Free Practice 1 is live in real life F1. Everybody's F1 season starting up tonight. It's a big day for motorsport.
As well as that, Mindset and Pucks have been going back and forth right before the chicane.
Yeah, they've been trading off the DRS there. I think they're trying not to fight each other too much too soon here. Conserve some tires, you know, try to make a gap. But look, good salt up into P3. We've got 2 Mercedes in the top 5 now. Mindset in the middle. Mindset and Pucks have been kind of trading off, like you said, with the help of that, you know, in those DRS zones. But Mindset's got a lot of pressure behind. He's got some good salt. He's got Silent Apex. Skirt up to P5. Passing Impulse, who has made his way up to P6. And let's see. Let's go down there to Impulse. Can't really see his name. He didn't turn his telemetry on. But let's see if we can get a little...
He's P6 at the moment.
Yeah, P6 started 7th. So he had dropped down. I know there at one time he was down kind of far. So he dropped down off the start, and he's made his way, fought his way back up through the field. He's P6 now. But been running a pretty decent race. Meanwhile, let's see who else we've got here. Looks like Mel Carton there in P9. He's right on the back of Kryptonic Swang. He's splitting the Ferraris. Not much pressure out the back. Stubbly, 1.5 seconds behind. But Mel chasing down Kryptonic Swang in that Ferrari in P8. He wants to get ahead of him. Meanwhile, Impulse. Oh, we're going to jump back to Impulse. Him and Skirt been going at it. They're wheel to wheel. Impulse going to take that position. Under DRS, he must have been burning his battery now. He's right on the back of Silent Apex. And it is so tight. Look at that. Mindset leading the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars nose to tail through here. I mean, this is a heck of a DRS train we've got going on. We're on lap 9 of 20. Just started lap 10 of 29. Not quite halfway through this race just yet. About a third of the way through. Oh, Impulse kind of getting off the track there on the inside of that corner, trying to avoid a wreck. Looks like he did okay. No damage. Wheel to wheel now with the Ferrari Kryptonic Swang. He's going to have the inside here. Does he manage to stick the move? Oh, they're still wheel to wheel. A little bit of contact. Oh! Hits the wall. Mel Carton coming in behind. Looks like he bumped in the back a little bit, but looks like the wing's okay. Oh! Kryptonic Swang getting a little loose there. I'm not sure if there was contact on that or not.
From what I saw, I believe he's gotten the power a little too early.
Kind of like how Lee the Follower did earlier.
Yeah.
Just trying to stay ahead, getting the power too early. It's very easy to do in these cars.
So there's a Mercedes spun, some good salt. Impulse also got a 3-second penalty.
Yeah, we saw Impulse kind of looked like he cut the corner a little bit. Some good salt spin in there. Yellow flag. No safety car still. He's all good. Yeah, looks like he just spun himself. So we did have two Mercedes in the top 3. And good salt down to P14 now after that spin.
Right after some good salt, Impulse also got the power a little too early. Just like Lead the Follower, he dropped down to P9.
Saw that battling for nothing. Back down to P9 for Impulse. He's also got that 3-second penalty. So, Impulse and Squirt, 3-second penalties each. Both rookies. And so now we've got Impulse here, P9. Cam Tizzle splitting the kick salvers now. Impulse in 9th, Metakestrel 11th. Cam Tizzle in that Aston Martin there. You see him in the middle of them. That 3 seconds for Impulse though, that's going to be a that's going to at least Metakestrel. That'll if the race ended right now, that'd put Metakestrel into the top 10. That'd at least still be points. But look, here comes Impulse again. I think he must be running a lower wing setup because he's had a lot. It's either that or he's burning a lot of battery. He's been
well, right now he's only got 70% battery, so his wing setup must be really low.
Yeah, I was gonna say because like even under DR, when he and the car in front of him have DRS, he's still been like running them down. But so yeah, definitely seems to be having a low wing here. Kryptonic Swang moves up in position into P7, getting by Mel Carton. So we got both Ferraris
Cam just pit for hards as well.
Cam Tizzle in the pits for hards.
Nope.
He's on pit exit now. And he's going to come out right.
He'll just stay in front of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to steal your thunder there. Good call.
You're good.
Look here, Squirt. Right there in the top 3 now in that Alpine. Chasing down Mindset and Pucks. And these guys have been swapping DRS. They've been trying to work together a little bit and just cannot break away from the field here. This is a very tight AM1 field. Great to see. Lots of good racing. Mindset's dad in the Twitch chat reporting rain forecasted in the next 10 minutes, which will be interesting to see. We did have rain in the AM1 in the AM2 race last night. I think it was a lot of rain. I believe they were running full wets to start the race. So,
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Puck's into the pits now. He's going to be followed by a McLaren and a Ferrari. So that's Puck's. Was that Puck's, Pablo, and Kryptonic Swank into the pits. Mindset going to stay out, P1. Skirt moves up, P2. Silent Apex, P3. Stubbly, P4. Male Carton into P5. And Impulse back up to P6 now. And look at this Skirt getting past P1 in the race. And he goes wide out of that corner as he takes P1. He's on the hards. He's going to have a little bit... I mean, I don't know if he's... yeah, he will have a little bit of a tire advantage over Mindset. Mindset and Silent Apex on those mediums. We're 13 laps into this race. Skirt's tires kind of... We're probably getting close to the crossover point now if we haven't reached it already. Let's see. Let's check it out here. Yeah, look at... Oh, he doesn't have his telemetry turned on, so I don't know. But let's see. We can look at Mindset. Skirt. He was looking at trying to see his tire wear. But Mindset, yeah, look at this. His lefts, 48 and 54% front and rear lefts. A lot of tire wear on those mediums. And I would say Stubbly probably has pretty similar numbers, yeah. Just a little bit better on that front left. But not much difference.
Pablo's also going for the overtake on his teammate into the DRS straight. He's a stick behind Pucks, though.
Puck's down there, P8 on the hards now. Mindset jumping into the pits. He's going to lose position here now. As Pucks comes around. Mindset out on the hards. He's coming out of the pits. Pucks is going to get by him here, I believe. Or it's going to be close. Yep, Pucks goes ahead. Pablo gets ahead as
also, well, Pablo got bumped off.
Yeah, Pablo dropping down P12. And look at this, wheel-to-wheel with Kryptonic Swang. He's going to lose that position as well.
Skirt also got another 3-second time penalty leading the race. The Silent just overtook him.
Silent Apex into the lead. Skirt now with 6 seconds of time penalties for track limits.
Oh, Stubbly and Male Karn have collide with each other in the middle of the chicane.
Coming together in the middle of the chicane. No safety car. Mel Carton's front wing looks okay. Who was that with? Stubbly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stubley's front wing looks okay as well. Stubley retains that P4. Mel Parton dropping down to P6. Silent Apex picking up a 3-second penalty now. He's in the pits. Was that a 3? No, surely that.
It was a 10-second.
A 10-second, yeah, okay. So these, I've got these, like, penalty flags here for the stream. And for some reason, the penalties kind of bug out a little bit. Okay, so 10 seconds for Apex. Stubley now up to P3. Impulse up to P2. Skirt P1. Top 2 rookies here in AM1. Well,
Silence in the gravel as well, coming out of the pits.
Silent Apex into the gravel, out of the pits. Looks like he's okay now. Back on track. Got the Red Bull pointed the correct way. Squirt back in the lead. Impulse 3/10 behind. 3 seconds to the P3. That's Stubley. And Vaibi, another rookie here, chasing Stubley down. Just over the halfway point now. Lap 15 and 29. Coming through sectors, where are we at? Sector 3. So yeah, coming on to lap 16 now. But look at this. I mean, it's a big day for rookies so far. We've got 3 rookies in the top 5.
Impulse also made the move on the DRS straight on Skirt. He's out. Get that gap now on the second DRS straight.
Oh, Mindset. Fastest lap of the race now. 1:18. He's down there P6, just ahead of Pucks. And I wonder if they're going to try and work together some more now. Try to get back up to the top. Let's see. Let's look at our. Let's see. Do we have total pit stops here? Yeah, top 5 have yet to pit. They started on the hards. DB the best down there in P14. He started on the hards as well. So top 5 yet to pit. That leaves Mindset and Pucks. Mindset, Pucks, J Supreme, Kryptonic Swing, and Pablo as our net top 5. You know, not taking intervals into account, just based off pit stops. Like we said, rain was forecasted, I don't know, a little bit ago. We said it would be about 10 minutes for rain. We got to be getting closer to that. Everybody on the hards now currently, though. 16 and 29, you know.
Both Impulse and Skirt into the pits.
Top 2 jumping in the pits.
Also got Stubley.
See, does Vaibi stay out? He does. Vaibi into P1 now. That's our 3rd rookie who's led this race. Melkart now up P2. Mindset P3. Pucks P4. And I think Mel Carton has yet to pit as well. I think we just saw that, didn't we? Yeah, Mel Carton has yet to pit. Vaibi yet to pit. 4.5 second gap between 1 and 2. But look at this. Mindset and Pucks right on the back of Mel Carton. He's got a lot of pressure. He's got worn down tires. Mindset and Pucks on the fresh hards. Mel Carton on the 17-lap old hards. Oh, what are we doing? No, I don't want the onboard cam. Here we go. Mindset wheel to wheel. Here comes Pucks as well. He's going to catch a slipstream from Mindset. They're both going to go around Mel Carton now. And look at the intervals now. They are closing the gap to Vaibi quickly. 3.6 seconds for Mindset to Vaibi, and it's closing quick. Pucks sticking right with Mindset. Mel Carton trying to get some of that slipstream, trying to get that DRS. I don't think he's going to have it for long, though. He's already
those
out.
tires are too old.
Yeah, I believe we see
for him to try keeping up.
He's going to stay out. One more round. Maybe try to make him work until it's time to swap to the intermediate or wet tires, depending on the weather. Rain was forecasted. Let's see what happens. Meanwhile, down here, P8, some good salt. 2.5 behind Cam Tizzle there in P7. Cam got a 2-second gap to Kryptonic Swing. He's not going to have the help of DRS, but he's got a lot of pressure building up behind. Good Salt chasing him down. He wants that P7. DB to the best, retiring from the race.
That's going to be a safety car.
Safety car is deployed. DB to best crashing out. Let's see. Let's jump down here. Can we? No, lead the follower already passed him. DB to best out of the race, and that's going to bring up our safety car overlay brought to you by Trax VR. And this is huge. Lap 18 of 29. We can see the sky looking pretty overcast. Got a little haze there in the background. Oh, Impulse has left the session. Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
chasing
if he
him.
has me added or not. I'll see if he does. I'll ping him here.
All right. So, safety car. Vaibi needs to pit. He's going to jump in the pit under safety car. Mindset and Pucks, having just pit, they're going to stay out. They're going to take back that 2 and 3. I think Mel Parton needs to pit as well, and he is jumping in. Everybody else pretty much is pit already.
There you go on mediums.
Yeah.
Mel Carton also replacing his front wing while he's in the pits.
Well, if he had wing damage, this was the best time to do it. We see the cars trundling out of the pit lane now. A little bit of shake-up in the order. Kryptonic Swang on the softs. Lap 19 of 29. If we see some rain, he's either gambling on we're going to get some rain and he's going to go to the intermediates anyway. Everybody's going to have to go to the intermediates anyway. Or he's gambling on it's not going to be wet enough to get off the softs before the end of the race.
Well, on the topic of gambling, Silent Apex is on the inters, leaving the pit lane now.
Silent Apex on the green-walled intermediate tires. We were told rain had been forecasted. Seems like Silent Apex got the same memo. He's trying to get ahead of the curve here, hoping to take advantage of this basically free pit stop. We'll see how it works out for him.
Impulse is also yet to pit for new tires. He's on 16-lap-old hards.
16-lap-old hard. Yeah, I tell you what, let's look at the tire age here. So, yeah, let's see. Mindset and Pucks pretty similar. 5 and 6 laps respectively on their hards. Chase Supreme 8-lap-old hards. Salt on 8-lap-old hards. So, yeah, J Supreme and some good Salt have the oldest tires on the grid besides Impulse on those 16-lap-old hards. And, you know, kind of got to scratch your head a little bit and wonder why. Oh, because he's not in the session. He's ghosted. Interesting that his AI wouldn't come in and pit, though, and swap tires. Huh. Well, anyway, so 17 laps on those hards for Impulse. We got a set of softs for Kryptonic Swang, about half the grid on the mediums, Silent Apex on the intermediates. Let's take a minute here, look at the gain-loss. J Supreme gaining 13 positions over the race. He's your biggest winner so far. Impulse back in the session. They see him pit this next time around. But yeah, J Supreme up 13 positions. Silent Apex down 12. Your biggest loser, but he's gambling on those intermediates. So we'll see how that does for him in the coming laps.
Penalty-wise, Some Good Salt has 3 seconds, along with Impulse, and Skirt has 6 seconds.
So it was 12 seconds total of penalties. Been a fairly clean race, actually. You know, I think cleaner than we're used to seeing, especially here in Australia. Mindset Dad reporting rain is imminent. This is looking better all the time for Silent Apex.
Safety car in this lap as well.
Safety car will come in this lap. So, thanks to all our sponsors there. You see on the right side of our safety car overlay. Mainly sponsored by Trax VR, but thank you to all our other sponsors as well. Track Titan, Track Racer. Lots of thank yous to go around there on the right. Now you see our schedule there as well. We're down to 2 tiers for EU and AM. But scan that QR code. Check it out. And look at this. Cost Mindset already taking the jump. He's put a hell of a gap on J Supreme in P2. 1.5 seconds. We got 9 laps to go here in Melbourne. Hell of a jump for Mindset. Look at this. Cam Tizzle right on the back of J Supreme. Pucks down to P4. He's got some pressure behind for Metakestrel and his teammate Good Salt now. Look, maybe they can get a little teamwork going here. But man, I should have jumped a mindset sooner, and that's on me. But I mean, just absolutely must have caught J Supreme napping on that restart.
Yeah. And it's raining as well.
Oh, we've got rain coming down, and look at this, Pablo wheel to wheel with Orlando. He's getting ahead. Pablo P11, he wants to get in that top 10, get the final points paying position. But Orlando says no, thank you, and he's gonna nudge him out there. Orlando taking that P11. We can see the raindrops now coming down.
Mindset and pits.
Mindset pits. J Supreme taking the lead now. Cam Tizzle in the pit. We got a lot jumping in the pits. Holy. Mindset, Cam Tizzle, Metakestrel, Pucks, Good Salt in the pit. You know who's not in the pit? Silent Apex, who's now come up to P10 already. The gamble seems to have paid off. He was P16 off the restart. He's up to P10 already. Everybody behind on the intermediates now. And he's only 2.5 seconds back from P9. And it's a very tight field up ahead. So, I mean, if everybody else jumps in the pits now, he's sitting in a pretty good spot. J Supreme.
Not too old.
Sorry?
Silent Apex is tired. It's only 3 laps old.
Yeah.
His DRS is disabled.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody else is probably going to jump into the pits here.
Yep, that's a good sign. It's getting wet. Yeah, 3 laps old, and really, I mean, you think about it, Silent Apex, those 3 lap old tires, his are going to be up to temp faster than these guys that just pitted. You know, we've got 7 laps left to go. You know, it's not much to make a big of a difference on the wear numbers there. So look, J Supreme jumping in the pit. Squirt jumping in the pit. Mel Parton in the pit. Looked like Kryptonic Swank stayed out, I think. No, he jumped in the pit.
Yeah. Nope, Kryptonic is out still.
No,
they do one more lap on those softs.
Yeah, he's gonna try and push in front. Oh, look at that, sliding around, keeping it on track, but he's getting loose. And you can
Lead
see
the follower also has got a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, that's huge. But look at this, Silent Apex, P16 off the restart in 2 laps. He's up to P1, passing Kryptonic Swang on those salsa. Look, Kryptonic going wide. Impulse retired from the session.
He retired in the pits.
Retired in the pits. P16. And that is 3 retirements in this race. With 6 laps left to go. We're on lap 23 of 29. Silent Apex absolutely.
Mindset all. Yep, Mindset just overtook both our dry tire guys.
Yeah, lead the follower Kryptonic Swang probably really regretting their decision to stay out now. Everybody else is on the intermediates except for these 2. And they are losing time all the time. Boy, when it rains, it pours. You can see the water drops on the track now. And I would say we're gonna see Kryptonic come in now. Lead the follower on those mediums. He's having an even rougher time. Down to P6. I think we're gonna see them both come into the pits here. And look at this, and lead the follower just kind of like a rock there in the middle of the track and splitting the field up. They're all diving around him, trying to get around. He has no grip. You see him spinning and sliding.
Yeah, I'm on board with him. He's just trying to apply the power and get to pits as quickly as he can. He's just whipping around.
Yeah, it looked like he's having a hard time slowing down to meet the pit lane speed limit there as well. Orlando coming in the pits. He's on those intermediates. Let's see, he's P4.
And it's a Ferrari strategy. Kryptonic is coming out on those mediums, and he spins into the wall.
Oh, no.
I believe he lost his left end plate. Orlando's on the wets.
Orlando on the full wets. Kryptonic Swing coming out of the pits. Spinning. Losing a wing. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 1.
Ferrari 101.
We are checking. Meanwhile, Silent Apex still up there, P1, lap 24-29. He's been absolutely cooking this whole time, but look at this mindset. He's on the charge, coming up. And he
Kryptonic really needs a safety car.
Yeah, Kryptonic needs a safety car. I mean, Silent Apex does not want a safety car, but it's not going to matter. Look how fast Mindset's catching him here. That being said, I still think, his gamble onto the early intermediates. I mean, still, like I said, he started that restart, P16. He's already up to P1. Mindset's here right behind him. There's a 6.5 second gap to Puck's down there in P3. So, I mean, by the time this comes around, very good chance Silent Apex stays P2, or at the very least stays on the podium here. There we go. Mindset getting around him there. We watched that happen on board the Mindset cam. Mindset.
Yeah, if Silent can stay quick enough here, he can beat out Pucks, or at least stay on the podium in front of Cam.
Yeah, Pucks is quick, but it looks like he's not catching Apex nearly as quickly as Mindset was. And if Apex can kind of just hang with Mindset here, that'll do wonders for his race. But it looks like just looking at the way they're driving, Apex very measured. Looks like he was just kind of taking it easy, cruising around out there, not wanting to get too crazy. But Mindset looks like a man on a mission here, just playing very fast and loose in the rain. See that rear end start to kick out a little bit in some of these corners, managing to keep it under control though. And
Kryptonic is on the right tires this time.
Kryptonic in the pits again, fresh wing, green sidewalls.
It's not really going to matter, though. He's already about to get lapped. Mindset's on the start-finish straight there.
Yeah, they're coming around now. And Orlando's still on the wets. 6.5 seconds behind lead the follower. So the rain has definitely spread the field out quite a bit from what we were seeing earlier. It looks like we got, Mailcart and J Supreme, Squirt, some good salt here. We got a little click forming up. We got an Alpine, a Red Bull, a Haas, and a Mercedes here, battling it out. This is a battle for P5. And look at this, Mail Carton. Oh, looked like he was going to go to the inside there on J Supreme. Thinks better of it, backs out. Kind of looking for a wide entry to get a better corner exit in the wet, and there he goes. Right on the back of J Supreme. Orlando retiring from the race. Was that in the pits, I think?
Orlando, yes, it is in the pits.
Okay. Orlando.
Pablo, though, is attempting to get past Meta, though.
Oh, look at this. J Supreme getting by Squirt.
Pablo gets past Meta Kestrel right before the chicane. He said, hold on that line.
Yeah, we can see them in the background there of this battle. Meta's sticking right with Pablo, though. But, look at this. And they're catching up to this group we're on board with now. J Supreme leading the pack. He took that P5 from Squirt. Squirt's hanging in there. He's got Mail Cart and some good salt right there behind him as well. Pablo and Meta looks like they're trying to catch up there. They're just under 2 seconds back and gaining time. We're on lap 27 of 29 now. Good salt picking up
some
a
good salt. It's his second 3 second, I believe.
Oh, that's gonna hurt him. That's gonna drop him down P11. As of right now.
So some good salt now has a 6 second penalty along with Skirt. Mailcarn's got a 3 second along with lead the follower.
Let's see. Let's go back. Look at the penalties again. Yeah, 6 seconds for Squirt, 3 for Mail Carton, 6 for Good Salt, 3 for Lead the Follower. But yeah, these pair of 6 second penalties for Squirt and some Good Salt really gonna hurt them. They're right in the middle, the midfield here, and that's gonna knock them out of the points. Unfortunately for them.
Grid's decently split up from P1 to P10. There's an 18 second gap though.
Yeah. Yeah, the rain has really spread it out, the split pit strategies. We got 2 laps to go now. Mindset crossing the line, Mindset crossing the line now. We're on lap 28 and 29. And look at this, Silent Apex still up there. He's got almost a 4-second gap to Mindset, but he's also got 3 seconds back to Pucks. So he's done well to keep himself there in that P2. Not much shaking here. We'll jump back down to this battle for P5. Squirt.
Metakestrel also got 3-second time penalty.
Metakestrel with 3 seconds. That'll knock him out of the points. He's sitting P11 right now. He was out of the points. He doesn't have a chance to come back in now with that 3-second penalty. Well, maybe. With 2 6 seconds ahead of him, actually, I take that back. There's a chance he could be in the points still. But he's going to have to pick up the pace a little bit. Meanwhile, Squirt getting that P5 back from J Supreme. Lots of pressure behind. J Supreme, Mel Carton, both chasing him down. Some Good Salt has backed out of that fight. He's a 1.5 seconds back. Pablo plays a second behind him.
Skirt's really just fighting to fight. He has a 6-second time penalty.
Well,
if he can get 3 seconds in front of Mel Carton, then he can beat Carton.
Well, he's currently at what, 2.25 seconds ahead of Mel Carton, so yeah, he's gonna have to really pick it up here. Mel Carton's gonna have to spin or something. We're on the final lap of the race now. Meanwhile, Mindset just cruising around. He's got a 5-second gap to Silent Apex. Puck's catching up though. It's under a 2-second gap. Can he do it? He's ran a good race all race. Started, I think, from P3, correct? I think he started from. Did he start from P3 or P2? Started P2. He's now P3.
I think it was P2. Yeah.
Yeah, started P2. He's now P3. He lost 1 position during the race, but overall, not bad. Be a good start.
Biggest gain is J Supreme with 10 places. Your biggest loser is Pablo with losing 6 places.
Yeah, absolutely. J Supreme up 10. Pablo down 6. Silent Apex with that gamble. He's up to P2, but he's gained 2 positions overall in this race. But look at this. Cam Tizzle, P4. He's gained 9 positions as well. He's not far off that of J Supreme.
Puck also got 3-second time penalty coming out of the chicane. I think he's went a little too wide there.
Oh, no. 3 seconds for Pucks. Luckily, he's got a 5-second gap to Cam, and they're coming around now. Look at this. Mindset crossing the line. He's going to take the win. The opening race here in Season 16. Mindset wins in Melbourne. Silent Apex and Pucks crossing the line, 2, 3. Cam Tizzle coming in 5.5 seconds behind. He's not going to have enough to take advantage of that 3 second for Pucks.
Pablo jumped up to 6th place after penalties.
Pablo in 6th. Squirt dropping down to P8. Stubbly P9. Vibey P10. Good Salt 11. Metakestrel 12. And now we've got Lead this follower in Kryptonic left across the line. And here comes Lead the follower now. Kryptonic swaying. He's a quarter of a lap behind.
Yeah, he was just about to get lapped.
Well, he hung in there. He fought the good fight after the botched pitch strategy. He's going to be 14th, but he is going to finish the race. And there we go. Kryptonic swing. Crossing the line. J Supreme picking up driver of the day. Here we go. Mindset. Looking funny in those Williams overalls. He's going to lift the trophy one more time. They're going to spray the champagne, the Ferrari champagne. The last year Ferrari champagne will be a sponsor in F1. The last year for Rolex being a sponsor as well. Puck's mindset, celebrating the win. Silent Apex as well. Here's your finishing order of the race. Mindset, Silent Apex, Pucks, Cam Tizzle P4, J Supreme P5. 2 Red Bulls in the top 5. Pablo Place, Male Carton, Squirt, Stubbly, Vaibi, P10. Some Good Salt, Metakestrel, Lead the Follower, Kryptonic Swang, Orlando, P15. Impulse, DB the Best, Chubb Tucker, P18, rounding out the field. Last 1, 2, 3, 4. Orlando, Impulse, DB the Best, Chubb Tucker, DNFing from the race. And we're going to try and get some drivers in here into the comms booth, and we'll be back with interviews here momentarily. Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest of 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 speed.
Oh,
Okay, you were gone.
Well, okay.
Oh, we'll talk about it after. We'll talk about it.
All right.
All right, we've got our podium finishers in the booth. We're going to kick it off. We'll start off with our P3 finisher here. Hux. No, wait, you were P3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, man, I'm so turned around here. In the Mercedes this season, kicking it off with a podium finish. Looked like a good race ran from you. Started off P2. We thought you had the pole locked up there. Mindset coming in there at the very end, taking the pole. Started P2. Looked like you all were just kind of trading DRS back and forth there a little bit. What happened there? The drop from P2 to P3.
Probably at the safety car restart. I was ready to get on the power, and I was on third gear. And as soon as I saw Mindset take off, I wanted to get on the power, but my car wasn't accelerating because I was on the wrong gear. Unfortunately, until I downshifted to second, put the power down, and then put the power down too much. I guess too much throttle. Was too greedy because I just saw Mindset just flew at the restart, and yeah, but unfortunate. But P3 at least good recovery in the rain, which I'm horrible at. But Yeah, I'll take it. It's fine. There's always next race, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's right. It's a long season, first race of
Hmm.
the season. I mean,
Hmm.
may not be exactly the finish you were hoping for, but I don't think anybody would be too upset to hang their hat on a opening podium position to
Hmm.
kick the season off. Yeah, speaking of that restart, yeah, you dropped a couple of positions off the restart, didn't you? Because mindset
Yeah.
took off and like just absolutely gapped everybody
Hmm.
right off the rip. I remember we cut back to it and he was already gone. Um, you were in the wrong gear. I think Silent Apex was up there maybe, and like he was getting gapped too. Yeah, crazy on that restart. But he gambled early with those intermediates. And that really paid off for him, I think. And we'll actually get to that here momentarily.
Hmm.
But why? I guess you and Mindset both had come into the pits right before that safety car. So I guess you were planning on staying out until the rain hit. Was there
Yeah.
any thought about coming back in for the intermediates during the safety car, or was that just the plan? Just kind of wait it out and see what happened.
Yeah, I was gonna just wait it out because every single time I would get like weather report asking like about the weather, like every 5 minutes, the guy would tell me, the engineer in the game would tell me like, oh, the rain is about 10, 15 minutes away. And then 5 minutes later, 10, 15 minutes away. 5 minutes later, 10, 15 minutes away. So I was like, okay, is this rain gonna come or? So I just gambled, stayed on the hards until I saw raindrops on my screen. So that's when I decided to pit because I had no traction with the hards. So, but it was tough, but at least get a podium.
Yeah, yeah,
It's fine.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, overall, great race from you. Congratulations on the podium finish. Next week we're gonna be in Austria. Uh,
Hmm.
look, are you looking forward to that, or what? I guess anything you're gonna try to work on before next week, or just see what happens next week.
I mean, yeah, just see what happens. Just I'm pretty okay in Austria. Just gotta watch out for track limits. Same thing with this race right here. I was pretty decent at this track. Just I knew that I was gonna get a track limit penalty if I was just too greedy on the corners, and I did get a penalty at the end. But that's fine. Like yeah, same thing goes with Austria. Just we'll see how it goes.
Fair enough. Well,
Mm,
once again, congratulations. Looking
thank
forward to
thank
seeing
you.
seeing the battle unfold again next week.
Yep.
And with that, go to our P2 finisher, Silent Apex.
Hey, can you hear me?
There he is. Yeah, welcome in, man. Good to have you.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
first of all, congrats on that P2. Uh,
Yep.
looking
Thank
like
you.
an looking like an absolute genius with that early gamble to the intermediates before everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, I was
P16 all the
at
way
the
up to the
back,
lead of the
so
race was
yeah,
insane.
I was at the back, so I had nothing to lose.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
as soon as safety car came out, I was like, I'm anyway P16, so the worst it can be is remaining in P16.
right.
So yeah, I just gambled on it, and I obviously wasn't fast on the intermediates. These like mindset just gapped me immediately, and Pucks was right there at the end. So I'm
Yeah,
pretty much just happy to be with these guys.
well, I mean, that's yeah. Like it seemed like watching from our view, it was like you were out there, you were already on the intermediates, like they were already up to tip by the time the rain came. Like you were in a good spot, and then yeah, we were watching mindset like quickly close the gap to you, but it seemed like you were out there like taking it easy, like keeping it on track, racing it clean. And he came like flying by, but you kind of maintained. Pucks wasn't catching up as quickly, which
Yep.
Pucks has said he's not as great in the rain. But you managed to keep it there in P2 with a clean race. Like, I mean, it looked like I said, it looked like an absolute genius going that early to the intermediates. But I guess when you don't have anything to lose, you're free to that kind of frees up your options a little bit, and it certainly
Yeah,
worked out tonight.
yeah, for sure. Like I was in the front in the beginning, so I thought I'll get a good result. But then when I was at the back, due to some incidents, actually I got a 10-second penalty in the pit lane. So yeah, I mean I'm happy that I didn't lose my mind and just kept it on the track.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So I mean, we asked Puck same question to you. Looking forward to Austria. Anything in particular you're looking forward to there, or just trying
Um,
to?
yeah, I don't. It's not a really strong track for me. especially because of this game and all the bumps on the road.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I hope for a decent result, but I'm not aiming too high.
Okay. Okay. So kind
Yeah.
of tempering expectations a little bit maybe there. But
Yeah, I guess so.
that's
I just hope to be like close to these guys
mhm.
because I mean, cause my mindset and pucks are like really fast. So I just don't want to have overly high expectations for myself.
Well, that's fine. Maybe have a little weather in Austria as well. Maybe another master stroke of strategy
Uh,
coming through.
Maybe, but I'm not too fond of Kots being like 20 seconds ahead of me. So mindset of being 20 seconds ahead of me. So yeah, it is what it is. Let's see what happens.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, once
Yeah.
again, congratulations on that P2. Anybody like to shout out here or anything we missed you'd like to bring to our attention before we move on?
Just congrats to Jay Supreme as well. Good result for the team. So yeah, that's it.
All right. Congrats to Jay Supreme. Good finish for both the Red Bulls. Silent Apex there in P2. And with that, got to scroll all the way down here to Williams and not Ferrari. Race winner, Mindset. Opening race of season 16, picking up the win. The championship battle from last season with Pucks. It's already in full swing. P1 for you, P3 for Pucks. We're heating up already. Got the pole, got the win in the rain. Roll the meme, Mindset Masterclass. But no, man, great race. It looked there. Something I think I caught there in the beginning looked like maybe like lap 2 or 3. You know, you and Pucks kind of traded off a couple times with the DRS, and then looked like you kind of give him the little wiggle, like let's work together. Um, is did I misread that, or is that did I see what I saw on
No,
that?
no, for sure. I remember at the start of the race when we were getting ready, like for the timer to count down and start. I was like, well, hopefully Pucks remembers last season. I'm just trying to work together and pull away from the pack. And yeah, I gave him the wiggle a few times. I saw he gave it back, so I was like, all right, let's go, man.
Yeah, interesting though. Like, you guys were super quick, but I mean, this field seems really competitive
Oh
this
yeah,
time. We're not able to pull. We saw last season, you and Pucks and Geo and a couple other guys, like you'd kind of get hooked up like that and would
oh
just
yeah.
gap the rest of the field, and that didn't seem to happen this time. The rain kind of threw a wrench in that for some of these other drivers, but up until that rain, I mean, it was a super close race all the way through like 1 through like 10 or 15 even. Like it was very, very tight racing.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember I remember looking down, it was like lap 7 or something. I remember looking down at my mini map and I still see like 12 drivers in the main train. I'm like, "Oh my goodness."
yeah. Yeah, kind of makes you rethink things a little bit there.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna have a very interesting like season overall. Just looking at the strength of this field, I'm very excited to see what unfolds here in AM1. But yeah, I mean, so you and Pucks obviously kind of battling it out, running it back. But anybody else you're looking out for this season in your bid for a second championship?
Oh, I mean, yeah, Pucks really is the only one I know that is very close to me, if not quicker than me. So yeah, definitely him. And then my teammate Vamu, whenever he starts racing, we'll have to see where he stands because I know he is quick. So hopefully we can get a Williams constructors or something along those lines. But yeah, we'll have to wait probably 1 or 2 more races to figure that out.
Fair enough. Well, we're looking forward to it. Anything you're looking forward to or focusing on ahead of Austria next week?
No, I mean, I don't know if I'll be good. I guess I'll find out during quali. So
Fair enough.
yeah,
Well, we're looking forward to it. So once again, congratulations to you on the win. Congrats to
thank
Silent
you.
Apex and Pucks on the podium finishes as well. It was a great race from all of you. I mean, very, very action packed, especially in the rain there. It was great to watch. Thanks for putting on such a show. And with that, that'll conclude our interviews for tonight. If you liked what you saw on track and would like to be a part of this on track action, !Discord in the Twitch chat will provide you a link to the Contest to Speed Discord. Come sign up, be a part of the community. We've got tiers for all skill levels, European and American tiers, racing at reasonable times for both sides of the pond. Uh, again, that's !Discord in the Twitch chat. we'll provide you a link to the Discord, or hear you on the interview overlay. There's a little QR code there you can scan as well. That'll take you to the Discord. Also, check us out on TikTok, Contest of Speed _. We're ramping up our TikTok presence. We've got some good short form content pumping out over there, thanks to BK and the social media team. So check us out on TikTok as well. Of course, here on Twitch, Contest of Speed F1, as always. And with that, I'm Electric Entree signing off for myself and Rob's Boy. We'll catch you next week from Austria. That'll be 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursdays for AM1. AM2 will be Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. And EU2 and EU1. I cannot speak. EU2 and EU1 Wednesday and Thursday respectively at 9 p.m. UK time. So don't miss any of the action here on Contest of Speed on Twitch. Be sure to give us a follow. Don't miss any of the action here. And until next week, I'm Electric Entree. Thank you for joining us, and good night.
Shift Radio.
House of Good Vibes.
Night visions are all that I can see. You give me tunnel vision.